Hello, welcome to Rhombuses, Rectangles and Squares. First a rhombus. A rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides. A rectangle is a parallelogram with 4 right angles. A square is a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. This diagram shows the relationships with parallelograms. So with the rhombus, we have this left circle that has 4 congruent sides. Over here on the right, we have rectangles that have 4 congruent angles, 4 right angles, and in the middle is squares who have 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. Example 1 says, for any rhombus QRST, decide whether the statement is always or sometimes true. So is angle Q congruent to angle S? Since a rhombus is a parallelogram, opposite sides are congruent. Q and S are opposite angles, so this statement will always be true. Example B says angle Q is congruent to angle R. Since a rhombus is a parallelogram, consecutive angles are supplementary. They could also be congruent if the rhombus was a square and if they're all 90-degree angles. So this could sometimes be true. Example 2, there's a picture down here with a quadrilateral with 4 congruent sides and a 70-degree angle. Classify the special quadrilateral. So this would be a rhombus because it has 4 congruent sides, but it does not have 4 congruent angles. If they were all 90 degrees, then it could be a square, but we don't know that, so we'll stick with the rhombus. So up here, there's some more properties for you. First, the one is for properties of a rhombus. It's a rhombus if its diagonals are perpendicular, and it's also a rhombus if each diagonal bisects a pair of opposite angles. And then properties for a rectangle is the diagonals are congruent. Examples here, down at the bottom, 3 and 4. So we have a rhombus here because we have 4 congruent sides, and not all 4 angles are congruent, so that makes it a rhombus. So with 4 congruent sides, the 2 sides, y plus 8 and 3y, are going to be congruent. So y plus 8 equals 3y. Subtract y from both sides, you get 2y equals 8, and then divide by 2, and y equals 4. And since it's a quadrilateral, since it's a quadrilateral, the consecutive angles are supplementary. So x plus 104 is going to equal 180. Subtract 104 from both sides, and you get x equals 76. Number 4, you'll notice we have a rectangle. It has 4 right angles, but not all the sides are congruent. However, opposite sides are congruent. So to solve for x and y, x plus 31 is equal to 5x minus 9. Subtract x from both sides, you get 4x minus 9 equals 31. Add 9 to both sides, 4x equals 40, and divide by 4 to get x equals 10. Then for y, 4y plus 5 is equal to 2y plus 35. Subtract 2y from both sides, you get 2y plus 5 equals 35. Subtract 5 from both sides, 2y equals 30. And finally divide by 2 to get y equals 15. Now we want you to try 5 and 6 on your own to see how you do.